Welcome to Tech Frontiers, the lecture series. Let's begin with a line you might recognize. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Charles Dickens wrote those words more than 160 years ago, yet they resonate profoundly today. In his time, Dickens was writing about revolution and upheaval. In ours, we are living through our own kind of revolution, a dual revolution of politics and technology. We are standing at a crossroads. On one hand, the political landscape feels more fractured than ever before. We see bitter polarization, a breakdown in civil discourse, and the erosion of trust in institutions. But on the other hand, we are living in an age of extraordinary technological progress. Artificial intelligence, clean energy, and robotics are reshaping the world in ways that hold the promise of solving some of our greatest challenges. How do we reconcile these two realities? How do we navigate this era where one hand holds hope and the other holds fear? Tonight, I want to explore these questions with you. But let's begin with the reality we all feel every day, the challenges of our current political landscape. Politics, especially in the United States, feels increasingly dystopian. I'm sure many of you feel this in your daily lives. Turn on the news, scroll through social media, and you'll see a nation divided not just by policies, but by values, identities, and even reality itself. Some of you may feel that your voice is being drowned out in the noise. Others might feel targeted by policies or rhetoric that seem designed to exclude. And for many, it feels like the institutions meant to serve us are crumbling under the weight of dysfunction. This polarization isn't just a nuisance. It has real-world consequences. It prevents us from solving urgent problems like climate change, healthcare, and economic inequality. It leaves communities vulnerable to exploitation and harm. And it chips away at the social fabric that holds us together. The truth is, this isn't just about politics. It's about how we see one another, how we talk to one another, or increasingly, how we don't. Now that's the heavier side of the story. But let's turn to something that gives us reason for hope: the incredible technological advancements happening all around us. While our political systems seem to be unraveling, our technological systems are accelerating at an almost unbelievable pace. Think about artificial intelligence. In just a few short years, AI has gone from an emerging technology to something that is reshaping every industry. It's diagnosing diseases faster than doctors, optimizing supply chains, and even helping us understand our planet's climate. Or consider clean energy. Just last year, scientists made a breakthrough in fusion energy, something we thought was decades away. This technology could provide a nearly limitless, clean energy source for the entire planet. And let's not forget robotics. Machines are no longer just tools for factories. They're companions, caregivers, even creators. These advancements have the potential to redefine not only how we work, but how we live. This is what I mean by the best of times. The promise of a future where technology helps us solve problems that once seemed insurmountable. The real challenge, however, lies in how these two realities collide, where politics meets technology. These two forces, politics and technology, are not separate. They intersect in ways that are both exciting and dangerous. Take artificial intelligence. AI could help us combat polarization by identifying misinformation and promoting fact-based dialogue. But it could also make things worse, amplifying biases or being weaponized for surveillance and control. Or think about clean energy. Yes, it has the potential to address climate change, but its adoption requires global cooperation, a tall order in today's fractured political environment. The point is, technology alone won't save us. It's a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we use it. That's where we come in. So what do we do with all of this? How do we move forward, bridging the divide between the best and worst of times? First, we need to foster inclusive innovation. Technology should be developed with everyone in mind, not just the privileged few. That means addressing algorithmic bias, ensuring accessibility, and involving diverse voices in decision-making. Second, we must engage in civic life. Democracy doesn't work if we check out. Vote. Volunteer. Advocate for policies that reflect your values. Technology can support this by making information more accessible and processes more transparent. Third, we need to focus on education. Teach critical thinking, digital literacy, and empathy. Help people navigate the complex intersections of politics and technology with confidence and compassion. Finally, we need to remember that we're all in this together. As tempting as it is to retreat into our bubbles, the only way forward is through dialogue, understanding, and shared purpose. Let me leave you with this. We are living in a time of great contradictions, but also great opportunities. Yes, it feels like the worst of times, but it also holds the potential to be the best if we choose to make it so. The question isn't whether we can solve the challenges we face. The question is whether we will. And that choice, my friends, is up to us. Thank you, and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe.